Hello, this is Craig DeMott again from idealbusinesssolution.org. Today I'd like to talk to you about some other facts, and this is concerning restaurants. Now, if you're in the restaurant business, please listen up as this is very important. $1.8 billion per day were spent in restaurants in 2013. 50% of restaurants do not even have a standard website. 40% of restaurants do not have menus that can be read online. 95% of independent restaurants do not have a mobile website. 40% of adults said they are likely to utilize a smartphone to order from a quick service restaurant if it was offered. One well-known quick service restaurant implemented online orders and increased their sales by 25%. 99% of restaurants know they need an online mobile ordering system but don't know where to go to get one. Now, do you fall in any of these categories, assuming you have a restaurant? Do you even have a website? If you do, how does it look on a mobile phone? Well, you could, of course, take out your mobile phone and type in your web address and see how it looks like. Maybe you've already seen it and you thought, well, that's just the nature of it. That's the way things go. But no, you could have a very nice looking mobile friendly website and at the same time keep your computer friendly website. Now, if you go to my homepage of idealbusinesssolution.org, go to test your website. So if you don't have a smartphone, you can go here and then this is with a computer and see how your website looks like on a smartphone, although you're on a computer. So you scroll down and you see the URL. Well, put your URL address right here. Now, I'll just pull one up and let's use this one right here and copy and paste that in. Of course, you gotta make sure it only has one HTTP, so delete that section there, and we'll see how this site looks like. Now, this is not a restaurant website, but you see how this looks? Not good at all. Well, first, right away, this tells me this was made in the 1990s, retro 1990s website. So it doesn't even look good on a computer. So if you have that old of a website, please update it. Now, in order to navigate this, you see you got to scroll on the horizontal bar and you got to scroll down on the vertical bar and then you get just right and make sure your thumb hits this small link right here, and that's just not the way to go. So if you have a mobile friendly website, let's just see how Yahoo looks like. Again, you can type in any website address here on my website under test your website and see how your competitor's site looks like. Now, if your competitor's site looks bad and yours looks bad too, then you can see that it's just a matter of having your website redesigned. And when I say redesigned, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to change your original website. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But we can just put a code in your website and make a few changes internally. So when someone with their smartphone goes on your website will be able to detect it and redirect them to another site, a site that's much better to view on their smartphone. So with that in consideration, let's go back to the other site here. This one here, and we could take a look at this a restaurant. Internet connection is a bit slow. Sometimes when a person types in your web address on their smartphone, they might get something that says, "I can't find you." Or if they don't have a website at all, that does not mean that your website or information about your business will not be found online. They might find it online. For example, you see right here a restaurant pub called Blazing Saddles. It doesn't have a website, but they're listed on TripAdvisor. Now, for those that are not familiar with TripAdvisor, it's the biggest site in the world that gives ratings on hotels and restaurants. And if someone was at your restaurant and say they didn't like the food, they're going to see it come up on TripAdvisor. Or even if they did like the food, and hopefully they did, well, you'll see, of course, comments to that effect. And people who are subscribers to TripAdvisor can not only list a comment, but they could upload pictures that they took. Now, this is what other people would find if you have no website and they type in Blazing Saddles Pub. They would probably be directed to TripAdvisor. But if you are familiar with TripAdvisor, well, if you're not, go to tripadvisor.com. But if you are familiar with TripAdvisor, you'll see that this is not a site where you have links, you have all the information that you want your customers to see, you have your menu posted there. No, this is just strictly for reviews, good or bad, and pictures that anyone wants to upload that they took at your site. So therefore, it's not a way to communicate to your customers. I talked to another restaurant owner. He said, "Oh, well, I'm on TripAdvisor. I got this rating and all this stuff." But he has no website. So in other words, people are still at a loss as to how to find them. What good pictures they have up there. What are the prices of the drinks and the food? So with a mobile-friendly website, they would at least have the option to go to a mobile-friendly website or even a standard computer website. But if you have no website, don't depend on TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor is nice, yes, for people that want to consult that. But don't let that be your advertising sign to the world. So with that in mind, if you have any questions, write to me at info@idealbusinesssolution.org. That's one word. And I'll be glad to work on your website. We could take a look at what needs to be changed and give you a quote. Again, thank you for listening and have a great day.